An Eastern Kentucky official goes before a judge accused of numerous offenses, including wanton endangerment and harassment.
After what they thought was just a minor illness turned into the fight for his life, the community is now rallying around a Lawrenceburg police officer.
The heat is on for you today as we likely close in and maybe even surpass the 90-degree mark for daytime highs. It would be the first time this year. We will take a closer look at forecast for you.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at Noon.
Good afternoon from WKYT News. I'm Barbara Bailey. Bill has the day off. An Eastern Kentucky official charged with numerous offenses went before a judge this morning. The Perry County Clerk, Haven King, is accused of harassment and wanton endangerment after he allegedly followed a young college student. WKYT's Phil Pendleton is following the case and has more now from Hazard. Phil.
Haven King is accused of following the young lady as she was on her way to Hazard from her home in Knott County. His alleged actions that day in April are the basis for the indictment that he pleaded not guilty to today. Now, King is accused of wanton endangerment, harassment, reckless driving, menacing, stalking, unlawful imprisonment, and official misconduct. Now, prosecutors say the victim, a young lady, was on her way to Hazard. King got behind her and followed her and stalked her. She arrived at Hazard Community College and she videotaped him from her car as he is seen asking why she was driving a car with a handicapped license plate, telling her that she wasn't allowed to do that. That victim's attorney tells us that her client was scared and frightened, but King's attorney says the charges will not stick.
I'm aware a videotape was played early on about some incident. Mr. King did offer to apologize to the young woman for what was reflected in that video. The conduct, while it might be inappropriate, is not necessarily illegal.
And King already has a trial date set of January 18th. In Perry County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
Phil, thank you. The victim's attorney says a civil lawsuit may also be filed regarding the incident. A man charged with killing one brother and injuring another is set to face a judge this afternoon. 21-year-old Jermaine Anderson will be arraigned at 1 o'clock on murder and assault charges. He's accused of gunning down Montez Graves Sunday night on Whitney Avenue. Graves' brother, Freddie Spillman, was also hurt in that shooting. Their uncle, Ronnie Graves, was shot and killed hours later, just one street over on Charles Avenue. No arrests have been made in that case. There have been 3 deadly shootings in Lexington since Sunday. Tonight at 6, we ask police if violent crimes go up when the temperatures rise and the steps they are taking to prevent summer crime. A Lexington man accused of killing his girlfriend will learn his punishment in less than an hour. Police say Chico Rucker killed his girlfriend, Almia Ferris, back in 2013. Her body was left behind an apartment complex on Marietta Drive. Investigators say Rucker told them he killed her in self-defense. He was found guilty of manslaughter, tampering with physical evidence, and fraudulent use of a credit card last month. The search continues this midday for a pair of robbery suspects behind a home invasion in Lexington. A man who lives on Aylesford Place says he answered a knock at the door and found 2 men with guns. He tells police the men wrapped him in duct tape before taking off with cash and drugs. The victim was eventually able to free himself. He ran to a nearby home for help. The victim says he did have a gun, but that it wasn't loaded. Police do not have a good description of the suspects. Police are stepping up their search for a missing Eastern Kentucky woman. Natasha Fugit Jones has not been seen for several weeks, but police were just notified this week. Officers are going around the community and asking questions about her disappearance. Well, it's another hazy, hot, and humid day here in the Bluegrass, with temperatures back up near 90 degrees, maybe even over 90 degrees by the time the day goes through. We're getting a tiny bit of relief this weekend, though. WKYT meteorologist Jim Caldwell's live in our First Alert Weather Center to explain.
Barb, I like how you said that. Tiny little bit of relief coming up this weekend, 88, 87 degrees. It's not 90, so I guess it is a little bit of relief, just a little shot. Let's look and see what we've got outside with our temperatures right now. We are already at 86 degrees here in Lexington, 89 in Frankfort. The heat has arrived. It's June. It happens every year. This usually a little bit later on in the year, but it does happen every year. We start talking about the heat and humidity building in. So we factor in the humidity, and we call that the heat index, and it bumps it up, as I've mentioned, all day long, a few degrees. We're up to 3 degrees as far as it feels like temperature, up to 89 here in Lexington, feels like 91 in Frankfort. So it's all coming together quite nicely. Over the next few days, we'll see that continue to be an issue. Today, obviously, Friday, Saturday, even more so. That's when the humidity will really get to more of a tropical feel, and we'll track a few more showers and thunderstorms in our area during that time as well. I will break that down hour by hour coming up for you here in just a few minutes.
All right, Jim, thank you. The family of an amateur driver killed in a crash at Kentucky Speedway last year has filed a lawsuit. Family members claim that the race car's steering wheel broke off in his hands as he roared around the track at more than 100 miles per hour. Stephen Cox, a pharmacist from Ohio, crashed into a wall during the Rusty Wallace racing experience last September. He died a week later. Another moist petition is in the works for a southern Kentucky city. People who live in Middlesboro are not giving up after the first moist petition fell through last month. They are pushing for alcohol sales in restaurants of at least 100 customers, in which 70% of the receipts must come from food. 666 signatures are needed to submit the petition to the county clerk. A Central Kentucky community is stepping up to help a police officer who has dedicated nearly 3 decades of his life to service. WKYT's Hillary Thornton joins us from Lawrenceburg now with more on the support for the officer who's now battling cancer. Hillary?
After what they thought was just a minor illness turned into a fight for his life, Lawrenceburg police officer Kenny Goodlet's law enforcement family and community are rallying around him to show support. Officer Goodlet's partner remembers working Mother's Day alongside him as he had trouble catching his breath. Then diagnosed with pneumonia, this 60-year-old husband, father, and grandfather soon found out he had several tumors throughout his body, now finding himself in hospice care. This all happening within about a month. Those who wear the badge and other community members quickly stepped in to help, organizing different fundraisers for medical expenses, like creating a t-shirt showing his badge number. They say the support has been overwhelming, which speaks to the type of person Officer Goodlet truly is.
We've had several people that actually Officer Goodlet has arrested that came up and made donations and bought t-shirts, and I had one call me this morning just to say that, let us know that they were thinking about him.
We are called when things are bad. We try to fix a situation. This is a situation we cannot fix. We can just try and help.
Now a team will walk in support of Officer Goodlet at the local Relay for Life tomorrow evening, and then on Saturday a benefit will be held in his honor. In Lawrenceburg, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
Hillary, thank you. The benefit Saturday starts at 6 o'clock and will feature a pig roast and live music. The event is being held off Harrodsburg Road in Lawrenceburg. A former president is getting behind a program to broaden curriculum in eastern Kentucky schools. Bill Clinton says the plan will specifically help school districts expand learning in science, technology, engineering, and math, or STEM. The initiative will provide professional development opportunities for 3,000 teachers. Kentucky.com says the effort will engage more than 80,000 students in 19 Kentucky counties.